Yes.
Bro.
Kiira, the intro.
Okay. Hi guys. What's up? What's popping? I'm Kiira. As Kevin said, I'm simply an international affairs student, but I really like styling. I like taking photos. I love anime and I like food. That's what's
Yeah,
cool.
so welcome to Unlock the Swag, guys. We're gonna dive into everything she's already talked about, even more in depth. I'm Kevin Zhang. My pronouns are he and him. This is
The Zoom moderator. We got the tech assist on.
And I'm August Escandon. This show is brought to you by Ocean Host,
yes,
my
sir.
dad.
Geoff Askindon. Okay. So what else do they call you, Kira? Did you already say your pronouns? I don't know. I might have missed it.
Kiira, she, her. Nice to meet y'all.
Like, do you have any nicknames?
fun nicknames? Come on.
Kiki?
No one really calls me anything because my name is quite short. But like my
Valid.
friends like to call me Kiki sometimes, I suppose. The swag master.
She.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So we already said this about Hillary, but you are also one of perhaps the best dressed on campus. You style or you model for the Avenue, right?
Or do you do both?
Yeah, I've modeled for the Avenue. I haven't styled for the Avenue yet, but I've been styled by Hillary for the Avenue.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Hillary.
Was that fun? Is she a good stylist?
Oh, she's the best stylist, the one and only.
Hill L.
Hill Eel. I like to do photo shoots sometimes, but I'm not that into photography yet, but I like to get into it too. It's a very interesting way to like express the way that you like to style and the way that you like to dress from behind the camera.
Can you describe how you like to dress? Like what inspires you, or like what are you like aiming for?
So when I wake up, it depends on the vibe. That's like the vibes and the weather. I'll wake up, check the weather, and then determine how I'm feeling that day. So typically, if it's warm, I like to wear like some sort of layers on top and then like a skirt and like some weird tights or socks or something on bottom. If it's a bit colder, I like to add weird layers. Like the weirder, the better. In the winter, it can be a little bit difficult to dress because if you don't have like a jacket that encapsulates your style and it presents you the way you want to be presented, it can be difficult to construct an outfit. But fear not, you can always wear like 400 layers. And I'm either wearing like a full black fit or like some sort of monochrome situation. Yeah.
Monochrome.
Monochrome is the move.
Monochrome is the move.
Monochrome Monday.
Are you wearing all black right now?
Yeah.
What about you, Kevin? Are you wearing all black right now?
I got the green Johns, but nah, yeah, I'm not.
You got green Johns on.
I can't
Are
get
y'all
my.
black?
I can't get up in there.
Well, we're
I guess
only fans.
Yeah, sorry. You have to subscribe for that content.
who would you say you draw like how would you categorize your styles? Like what are like some main types of fashion you subscribe to? And also like who do you seek inspiration from, or is it a lot through yourself?
So I seek a lot of inspiration from the fashion of the 90s.
Okay,
I
word.
love 90s fashion. I love cross like the overlap between 90s fashion and more like futuristic contemporary styles. So I like a lot of what Days Mag does. I like a lot of what some more contemporary photographers do for like editorial shoots. I draw a lot of inspiration from editorials, I think, which is very unusual because they're typically not very wearable in an everyday fashion. But if you can pull it together in a way that you don't look completely crazy, as long as you're scaring Republicans, that's all we want to see. Like,
Yes, sir.
as a kid, I used to listen to a lot of like punk and rock music, and definitely I drew a lot of inspiration from that respect because I went through an emo phase, as we all did. But I loved Jesse Rutherford from The Neighborhood. He always pulled fits every day, all day.
Jesse Rutherford from The Neighborhood.
Me looking him up, okay. He looks
He was
pretty
my
cool.
OG. He was my OG style like inspirer, because he dresses quite androgynously. Also, like Jimi Hendrix, Prince, like the OG androgynous
Mhm.
artists were very inspiring to me, because I never really like dressing in like only girly. It's gonna be like feminine and then masculine the next day, and then somewhere in between.
Sick. That's very sick. That's very swag. It sounds like you have unlocked the swag, indeed.
Thank you.
Wake up some days and be like, today I want to dress masculine, or today I want to dress feminine, or is it just like it just happens?
It's more of like the vibe. You wake up and you're like, what kind of swag am I aiming for today? Some days it's a bit elusive.
Whatever
Can't
you're
put your finger on
feeling.
it.
It's
And
whatever
in
you're
that case,
feeling.
you just go weird. Like if you don't know what vibes you want, just go weird. Like I'm fully wearing a turban on my head, like some sort of scarf situation. Does it matter? No, because I'm warm.
Valid. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, hmm. What is your favorite? What is your favorite article of clothing? Like,
My
what's the
favorite
most important part of
article.
the fit?
I'm gonna break this question down into two parts. The
Okay,
favorite
bet.
part of a fit for me is probably like what top you're wearing, because I feel like if you have
Mhm.
a few signature tops that you adore or things that you can layer, then that determines the rest of your fit, not vice versa. Like typically you pick the top before you pick the pants or whatever, and
What
then
about
shoes.
what about big pants?
But
Shirt?
huh?
What about big pants, little shirt? Too simple. Too simple. Too simple.
Big pants, little shirt, or big pants, little shirt, layered on like a shirt and then put a big shirt over it. Like there are many layers to onion.
Yeah.
Low
So,
exception,
would you
flag
agree that
exception.
summer fashion is the worst by far, or no?
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh,
I just licked my fucking finger. My bad. Um.
no.
Anyways.
Northern pansy.
But my favorite article of clothing has to be my Destroyer Stomper boots, Siglo platform, because they go with everything and they're a statement enough so that you can pair anything basic with them and it's still kind of like a fit, you know?
Mm-hmm. For sure. And what would you say your favorite accessory is? Like bag, headwear, rings? I guess jewelry can be all lumped into a single category or individually.
In that case, jewelry. Jewelry is a big
Okay, what's
swag.
your favorite jewelry?
Favorite category or favorite individual jewelry?
Favorite like piece.
Yeah.
Favorite piece is probably one of these two rings. I love them very much. If I lost them, I would not know what to do. They're both vintage. They both cost a bit of money, but they're very high quality, and I know I'll have them forever. And they go with every fit. Like every fit, the rings are on, rings stay on, socks on.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
Things stay on.
I've been wearing rings more often, just hand sanitized. It's like
Yeah.
whatever. Um Also, yeah.
Okay, so like, where would you say you're from?
Difficult question, man. Difficult question.
We ask the hard ones here.
Yeah. So okay, the rundown is: my mom is Finnish, my dad is German and Nigerian, but I grew up in Ghana. I lived there for 14 years, and then I moved to Finland, and then I moved to London, and then I decided Europe, and I came to the US for uni, and now I go to Northeastern with these people.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
I would say like my cultural identity is more so comprised of London and Finland, with like some elements of my upbringing in Ghana. Like I was a child back then, so I don't really, that was not as formative for me from a style perspective, but definitely London and Finland.
I see. I feel like that comes out in your fashion because you were like 1 million layers, 1 billion layers.
Or yeah.
I feel like,
2 billion layers.
yeah, I don't know. If you lived somewhere warm, layering is not something you think about ever.
No,
I
but
mean,
it's
like,
a challenge, which is
yeah.
fun.
I mean, it seems like you've been able to like, yeah, exactly, live so many places, draw inspiration from so many different means, people, or just completely just the culture of where you're inhabiting, you know.
Yeah.
I think that comes naturally to people. No matter
Yeah.
where you live, you're gonna acculturate to that place and then draw inspiration from your surroundings. But if you're conscious of it, I feel like you can build on it more so than you
Oh,
would if you're not
exactly.
aware of
And
it.
also like, I mean, like also like through fashion, that's like a tangible mean. You see it you see it clearly.
Do you feel like you've built on like Boston culture, I guess?
Okay.
Boston is interesting, guys, and I'm sure you've seen this. Like, it's a dichotomy of cultures, and they're all like meshed together because everyone is from everywhere. One in
Yeah.
5 people is a student. Okay, so that's a lot of people dress in.
Yeah, I feel like Boston is just like I don't necessarily draw inspiration from anyone, but like you just feel comfortable wearing whatever the hell you want to wear in Boston, and that's hella good.
It is good. You can drip without fear of getting judged because like no one really cares about you. They're just going to class, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I feel like, especially recently, especially after COVID, people are kind of experimenting more in what they like to wear, and so the thrifting scene has gone way up. People are
Yeah,
kind of building upon what they used to wear, and so a lot of trends from the '90s are coming back in full swing, which is interesting.
Like what?
yeah,
What's the most noticeable?
Platform boots,
Mm.
baggy
like
clothes.
baggy clothes, like skater type fashion. Um, a lot of like loose jeans and like baggy layers over baggy layers, and like jewelry, like heavy chains and stuff like that, as opposed to like the more dainty approach of like the early 2010s.
Are any of these trends horrible and you think they should go away?
Oof, horrible. None of the ones I've mentioned are horrible, but
Yeah, they're all gas.
man, this is a difficult question. you ever see someone
It's okay.
walking around and they're wearing like, you can tell their entire fit is like from like mass consumerism stores, like you can tell they ordered so and so off of like Amazon or whatever, or went to stores that maybe aren't the most ethical, and they just don't know how to bring it together, so it looks a bit tacky. That's what I don't like, because it looks like you're dressing for other people, and if you can tell that you're wearing clothes that you bought purely for appearances from somewhere that isn't ethical, like if you're gonna do that, at least do your best to purchase ethically. Like it'll last longer for you anyways.
Okay, so I guess expanding on that question, would you say where do you shop from ethically, or is it a lot of thrifting?
I do a lot of thrifting,
Mm-hmm.
um, but I also like to thrift online. So like through Depop. Depop is amazing. Everyone, if you're watching this, go on Depop right now. There's so much you can find. You can even find stuff that is available commercially at cheaper prices. There's also a lot of like rework stuff that I like. I like to go through Instagram and find little shops that do rework things, or like Etsy stores. So I'd say mostly Instagram stores, Etsy stores, like small businesses, and then Depop. Yeah.
Very, yeah, very, very cool. Very true.
Okay.
Swag, but make it good for the planet, you know.
Yes, sir.
Reduce, reuse, recycle.
Here he is.
Yeah. Okay, so
Okay.
like you're an anime fiend. What are the animes that you're watching right now?
Right now? Oh my gosh.
You're self-described anime fiend. Are you?
Yes,
Are you-
I am a fiend. I'm a
Okay.
fiend, and I'm proud of it, okay?
Okay, okay.
Animes I'm watching right now. Let me pull up my list. Because it's a bit,
The list.
Yo, Jujutsu Kaisen, fucking gas, dog.
it's gas, dude.
That
It's
shit
so
is
good.
fucking
It's
gas.
so fire.
The
I cannot wait.
animation.
Every Friday, I'm like, pause. I simply can't go out. I have to watch this.
Mhm.
Jujutsu Kaisen is ongoing. I'm almost done with Nana. Oh, dude. Nana is such a good source of fashion inspiration. It's so
What is-
good.
Wait, what is it called? Let me
Nana.
look it up on my phone.
Nana. Not only is it one of the saddest animes of all time, and I'm not even done. I'm about to be devastated. But the care and precision that they put into selling the characters is immense. I draw so much inspiration from 90s anime, 90s and thousands anime, especially like
should look
punk
sick,
and like
bro. What the
emo and
hell?
themes. It's just sicko. Like every episode I watch, I'm like, bro, I need her shoes or whatever. And then um I'm watching Cowboy Bebop right now.
Cowboy Bebop.
JoJo's. I'm in the middle of JoJo's, and it's an investment, but it's pretty good right now. And Elton Lead.
Who?
Elton Lead. But my roommate Emily got me on this German show Dark, which is really good. Like I don't be watching a lot of actual shows because like I'm a weeb, but Dark is really good. It's German. It's flag.
All right.
Very calm. Very cool. I'll definitely low-key about to check out Nana now because they be dripping. They be dripping.
Do you feel connected to like the anime culture here in the US? Or also like is anime culture a thing in like the UK and like Finland?
Weeb culture is pervasive. It's pervaded the world. It's pervaded every society in the world. You cannot escape it. We're everywhere. Don't try to hide from us. But I would have to say the hotspots for like the weeb disease is in the US, specifically East Coast and the UK. But the thing is, there's weeb, TikTok weeb, and then there's like you're actually dedicated and like you're invested and you have your niche of what you like to watch. And I feel like people in the latter half are either otaku, like they don't leave their house, or they are interested in fashion, which is interesting because you wouldn't link like Japanese animation, Japanese cartoons and manga to fashion. But a lot of 90s trends and a lot of things like that are researched quite heavily through that medium. And so if you're actually into like a certain niche of anime, for example, like futuristic, like anarchy type, like 90s anime, then that's definitely going to shape the way you dress. And so I know quite a few people have drawn inspiration from that in the UK. Not so much here, but I'm sure it is here as well.
Yeah, I mean, I totally see like whole shows shaping entire aesthetics. Like it's definitely seeable because it's like something that like normal cartoons and like normal shows might not exactly focus on at all.
Yeah, I agree. And since they're based off of mangas, which are older and more, I guess, permanent in society, like they're more keystone artistic pieces than modern TV shows can be, they tend to stick around longer. So for example, let's say there's a Netflix show that's really very popular that has a specific style. Euphoria, for example.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be a trend for a while, but it's not going to stick around as long as the manga that was written in the 90s has, because it's going to stay relevant forever, you know?
Gotcha. I feel like Akira, I've just been like, I'm like still seeing like brand new pop culture references to this movie that came out in like
yeah, exactly. There's so much.
Yeah.
There's so much inspiration in like hip hop too.
25 years ago or something. Yeah.
I actually need to watch Akira again. Like I watched it like last year, but I think I would appreciate it more now because it's like I definitely saw it as a little weird the last time I watched it, but I think.
Yeah, my dad made me watch it. It was really weird.
Your dad says he needs a new anime in the chat, and also Sophie Kim said there's no ethical consumption under capitalism. Both facts.
No ethical consumption under capitalism. But yeah, definitely Akira. Okay, not to pull up Lil Uzi right now, but
pull up Lil Uzi, bro. Pull up Lil Uzi.
Lil Uzi. That's a perfect example of how like modern, you know, hip hop, whatever, modern rap music has brought back that kind of expression through anime.
Have you seen the music video for P's and Q's?
Yeah, exactly.
It's so funny. These anime eyes. I guess like since we're on the topic of anime, I remember you telling me about how you backpacked in Japan, right?
Yeah, after graduation, my friend and I went backpacking in Japan and Thailand for over a month, which was phenomenal. Everyone should do that.
Yeah, as soon as COVID's over.
Japan to Thailand?
Yeah, we swam from Hokkaido. We swam from Hokkaido to Bangkok in about 4 days.
That's pretty gnarly. That's pretty freaking gnarly.
With the backpack on too?
With
wow.
the backpack, wow.
Yeah. It was a great experience. Travel, pathway to dressing good. That's the correlation I've seen in my life.
Really?
Or at least interest in culture.
You
If
said
you have interest in other cultures
yeah.
and
Okay.
you pursue that through exploring like the way that other cultures dress or through other art mediums within those cultures, you're inevitably going to stumble into like niches of fashion therein.
When you travel, you said?
Yeah, or if you're just interested in like researching media from other cultures. Like if you read magazines from like, I don't know, like contemporary German magazines, you're naturally going to become more interested in their cultures. And then that's also another inspiration.
Do you buy magazines or do you find them online or like, yeah?
I don't have that much money, so I do be looking at them online.
Valid.
Right. So you said you went through an emo phase. Was that like a heavily formative emo phase? Like, I've heard that you can like play bass and guitar now.
Electric.
Yeah. Yes, middle school, high school emo phase. I think so. The global population is divided into two categories: people who've gone through an emo phase and people who haven't gone through an emo phase. And if you have, you know what I mean when I say that it like shapes your personality, because you can never fully escape it. You can never fully escape pierce the veil, fall out boy. It's always in the back of your mind, as much as you don't want it to be.
Yeah, I didn't really
So
emo phase.
You had an emo phase or didn't?
No, I didn't.
Bro, I was a
Like
fucking
that.
athlete.
Yeah.
Let's go.
yeah,
Okay,
Athlete.
so tell us more. Tell us more. We don't know what it's
Yeah,
like
we don't
to
know what it's
fall
like.
out boy.
We don't
Nugget.
our brains don't function.
I you know, okay, out of the two of you, I feel like Kevin would have gone through an emo phase.
Why? Why do you feel like that?
It's the hair.
Bro, I mean I had short
Yeah,
hair.
that makes a lot of
I had
sense.
short
Kevin,
hair.
put that beanie back on.
No, dude, let me just put the hoodie on then. It's that deep.
No, the
So
beanie.
bang.
Beanie.
Okay, so what okay, like I guess what other music do you listen to? What avenues do you what types of genres do you indulge in?
I love underground hip hop, underground rap, aka Suicide Boys. If you listen to the
Young
boys,
Lean.
you're a real one. Young Lean, although Young Lean is more like mainstream now. That sort of thing. I love Puya, Ghost Mean, some darker stuff like that. I love the Young Lean type, like O1 Drain Gang type. You know what I mean. Although I'm not the biggest fan of Slade, to be honest. I like rock. I like jazz. You like jazz?
Bridget likes jazz.
Do you like
Jazz is
jazz?
pretty
Catch her
cool.
next week.
Oh, spoiler alert.
Oops, my bad. That's on
Yeah,
me.
I would sell all of my organs and both of my kidneys to go to a concert right now.
Valid, same.
Yeah.
Any concert?
Okay, I guess
If there's a mosh, I would like give all of my limbs to
if you could see one person right now, who would it be?
Suicide Boys. Actually, no, I've already seen them. I would see Ghostman right now.
Okay, word.
Wow. Sicko.
Man. Didn't they just
What
put
kind
out
of
a new
music?
album?
Yeah, they did.
See that?
I think Puya is featured on some of them, but I'm not sure.
Who's featured?
Puya. I was gonna say I like a lot of the music that you two listen to as well. Like a lot of the time when our friend group hangs out, there's like an overlap of music that's really satisfying because it's a compilation of everyone's different music tastes. So I would say I generally like listening to everything. I also like rap and stuff, like modern
Yeah,
rap and old
same.
school.
Facts.
Ghost Main Anti-Icon.
Anti-icon. ¿Por qué?
This guy looks spooky.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, king.
That's peak performance right there.
He came out with hydrochloride recently, which is swag. But yeah.
Okay. Well, last question. What is the secret to your swag, Kiira?
I don't give out the secrets to my swag.
Okay,
Okay,
fine.
what-
Second last question. What's the one thing that you do that you think everybody else should also do?
Don't care what other people think about you. And I know that's like such a difficult answer because obviously internally everyone do be caring about what other people think about them.
It
But
sounds like, yeah. Mhm.
as much as possible, do whatever the hell you want. Because like if you look back at yourself and you're like, oh, I was too concerned with what other people perceive me as, you're not going to be able to explore what you like doing. And that's not only from a fashion sense, y'all. Like career-wise, interest-wise, like exploring your like more internal stuff, like the way you like to get work done, and even spirituality and stuff like that is so important. Don't let other people influence what you're doing in a negative way. Like, yes, inspiration can be good, and if you're being challenged, if you're in an environment where everyone is quite like individualistic, it can be good to gain positive, what's called positive competitiveness
Reinforcement?
from that.
Oh.
Kind of like reinforcement,
Okay.
but like using that as a motivator. But literally, if you leave the house, you're like, oh my god, what do I wear today? I wonder what everyone's gonna think of me when I
Oh my
walk down the
god,
street.
what do I wear today? Yeah.
What do I wear today? That might be the secret to my swag. Don't care what other people think about what you're wearing.
I
Gonna forget.
agree.
They're gonna forget you anyway.
Oh damn.
All right.
Unless you're trying to scare Republicans. Alts unite. Emos, alts, skater boys unite. Let's scare the boomers.
Oh my god.
I was skating the other day, and then this old dude was like walking his dog, and then he came up to me and he was like, I used to do that back in my day. We'd get a piece of wood and like steel wheels. And I was like, you're supposed to be scared right now.
Steel
Did he do a
wheels.
kickflip?
No, I didn't do a kickflip.
No, did he do a kickflip with your board?
No, he didn't do a kickflip.
Can you do a kickflip?
No.
You'll get there. That was you.
Thanks. Anyways, thanks for coming on our show. I'm August. This is Kiira.
I'm
And my
Kevin.
co-host Kevin.
Yes, sir.
And then together with our viewers, we are Unlock the Swag.
And we're helping y'all and ourselves further unlock the swag, you know?
Yeah.
Tune in next time. We're gonna have one of my friends from home, Bridget, on the show. I don't know if we have the graphic, but if so, it'll be up in a, perhaps.
I didn't make a graphic.
It's okay.
It'll be
Y'all
flag
will
regardless.
catch it on the story.
Yeah. Okay, Dad.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for coming so much, Kiira. We love
Yes,
you.
sir.
Yeah, thank
Love
you for coming. And a big love to the audience as well.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for coming through.
Shout out Alex Reggie baby.
Yeah, shout out
Alex.
Shout out Enam, shout out Alex. Shout out Geoff. Sounds familiar. Yes,
The
sir.
other 8 people who are watching. We love you all of you. Yep.
God bless you all. Peace.
Are we still live?
Are we still live, bro? Like, bro, you can't have another fiasco. Like,
Thank you, August Dad.
oh, yeah. Also, he said he needs an anime rec. Jujutsu Kaisen. Like, start that shit right fucking now, dude.
Dude, start it now. It's so good.
The animation is so good, bro.
Dude, it's also like